Hi, everyone. I am really glad to see and to feel all of you here today. My name is Lera, and I've been involved in public relations for about 15 years already. Usually, I work with corporations, banks, IT companies, and tech startups. And also, I have my own PR agency. So I'm a businesswoman, and I know the problems that businesses face every day. So I'm here to help you to make the first steps in your personal branding and PR for your company. First of all, I'll ask you to answer three questions, not here, not now, maybe later in your mind, to understand what to do. And then we can go through the tools that can be useful for you and your company. At the end of my talk, I'll offer you the full checklist for the first steps. And if you'd like to get it, just mail me and I'll send it to you without any obligations. So let's start with questions. These are three questions. Who are you? From the very beginning, you should decide whenever you're an expert, startup founder, tech developer, or someone else, right? It's great if you have a lot of fields of interest, fields where you can call yourself an expert, but it's better to highlight one or two significant points. The second question is, what is your expert field? Let's imagine that you're a businesswoman, businessman. What are you doing? What are your professional interests? Maybe you're the best control freak. Maybe you come with great ideas, business ideas. Maybe you're great in managing financial flows or bright expert in blockchain. Write down from 5 to 10 or maybe even 15 areas in which you are good, or even best of the best. Just do it. The third question is, what do you want to achieve? For sure, you want to skyrocket your reputation. It's obvious. But really, what do you want? To let everyone know you as an expert? To get a lot of money for your performance at the conferences? Or to attract a lot of money for your web conference, or attract investments in your startups? Or to be hired by a dream company? It's possible as well. So the most important thing is to answer this question honestly. It is very important. So again, your main task answering these questions is to answer honestly. Just to recap, these questions are: who you are, what is your expert field, what do you want to achieve? Okay, let's move on the tools. Your strategy, let me show you my slide. Your strategy should include social networks, traditional media and blogs, conferences and networking, contests and communities, and word of mouth. I don't have much time to tell you all about these tools, so I think I'll give you just a few tips on the most important. And in that full checklist I sent you later, you'll find more information if you want it, of course. So let's start from the social networks. It seems that everything is clear, isn't it? I think yes. As one famous villain, BBC Sherlock, said, no rush. Don't post a lot of content. Otherwise, you get exhausted very, very fast and you quit it. Start with a plan. Decide how often do you want to write, to make photos, to take pictures of something. Start with 1-2 posts per day, per week. I'm sorry, per day, no, stop, too much. Don't post that kind of useful content, then you rewrite from the internet. Everyone is sick of it. Exciting stories about your business, your events you have ever visited, advice requests attract a lot more people. The second is conferences and networking. Of course, if you are here, you already know the power of this tool, or that kind of events. So how to use it? Speak, if it's possible, at relevant events. Give your business card to speakers. Meet new professionals, and restore old social network. You should have a plan to attend events for every 6 months, and at least 1 or 2 events per month should be visited for you. Moreover, set yourself a KPI. For example, I should collect 50 business cards at this event, in one event. It will force you to communicate easily with strangers, and then you can send me a follow-up email or message on LinkedIn, on everywhere, and then they will remember you the next time, or maybe this time, or maybe sometimes, maybe not, but I hope so. Word of mouth. Just tell about yourself. Are you sure your friends or your old friends or former colleagues know about your professional activity? Frequently, your old friends don't know where you disappeared 5 years ago. You started your own business and you didn't have time to talk, and you didn't have time to post on social media. It's okay. But now, tell everyone who you are, what you're focusing on. Just that. Just tell about yourself. Simple. Media and blogs. It's the most interesting and the most difficult part. Clients always ask me this question: when will Forbes write about us? The answer is about 1 year later. By that time, you'll understand that content is the most desirable for every kind of media. How to communicate with journalists, what topics to offer, and what Forbes will write about you. And your deal is just to begin. How to begin? Make a list of media that write on your problems and your area of interest. Read all the articles on these topics for the last 6 months. Do some research about authors and speakers. Write sample topics. Advantages of import substitution in IT is not a topic, but a hide how to implement VDI in a week is a great topic. Be more concrete. Try to get right format for media, for concrete media. Make a short cover letter and write who you are, why are writing, suggest yourself as a speaker, attach a few topics. Important thing, don't send the same topics to all media at once. Wait for an answer, or wait just 3-4 days. Only after that, repeat your request. With good work, you will get the publication in the first month. Yeah, it will be easy for you. Or it's unbearable, you might say, I cannot do this. And the main thing, you don't have to. You can choose just one tool, one teeny small thing. You can start just with one account on social media, and your main goal is not to quit. After that, you will get a result, and you will feel more encouraged, inspired, and then you'll continue with these tools. These questions I am usually asked. How long does it take? Plan to devote 2 hours per day to work with your personal brand or with PR for your company as well, or whole day per week. Then everything will be faster. But this plan is for 1-3 months. How much does it cost? If you do it by yourself, it costs nothing. Just think about event tickets, about photo shoots, about pictures from stocks, and it will be your budget. If you would like to work with agencies, it depends. So it depends on a lot of things. When will I become a star in my field? Of course, I understand it's a joke, and nobody, or maybe somebody wants to be a star. But depending on your tools and intensity, the target group will know something about you in 6 months. 1 year later, a wider group will know about you, not just your professional network. The main thing is not to quit. So remember again these 5 tools: social networks, traditional media and blogs, conferences and networking, contest. It is extra task, and I don't have time to give more tips about this contest and communities. It's a real great part of public relations. So just if you want, just send me an email or add a LinkedIn and ask questions and answer. And word of mouth. So if you want to get full checklist, feel free to email me. If you have any questions, you can ask me now, or just email me or add on LinkedIn, and I'll be glad to talk to you. So thank you very much. I'll be hi. I'll be waiting for your questions if you have. If you don't have, okay. Thank you very much for attending. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. Yes, I already posted the link, and I'll show you again. Sure, of course I can. Give me just 1 second. Yes, here is my LinkedIn. Yeah, Vera, thank you. Yes, not to quit is the main advice and main goal for personal branding and PR for companies, because 1 in 10 decided not to continue when they don't get a result from the first time. So don't give up. I have more time, so if you have questions, you can ask. If no, then no. Previous managers, you mean your bosses or ex-colleagues? Yes? I understand. Maybe, do you have their emails, or maybe you have networking system, or maybe on WhatsApp, maybe you have their mobile phones. If you don't have them, don't send them an email. I'm sorry. I see the questions. Thank you. The biggest project among my clients here in, for example, McDonald's, and a lot of banks like VTB. And now we work with IT companies that make a software. I hope I answered your question. Okay. So, what is the work that you basically perform? What is the work that you basically perform in your job? Usually it's public relations and media relations and publications. If you mean that, if not, I'm sorry. So we work with clients and help them to increase their brand awareness, to increase their popularity. That. Thank you. Okay, I have a few minutes more and then I'm leaving, but feel free to add me, to send me requests and questions, and don't be afraid to start, to begin working on your professional field in personal branding, on PR for your tech company, not only for tech company, just here we are women in tech. So, sorry. I'm graduated student and tips for students. Sure, of course, increase your popularity. Talk with your teachers, and if you're one of the best, they will help you to find the right job. And these tools I performed are good for students as well. You can start with your social networks and find friends in your area of interest and add them, and then send a request like, I'm a student, I'm interested in that kind of information, and if you know who can help me, let me know. And usually students are lovely and everybody likes them, at least here in Europe, and they never refuse to help. So just ask for helpness if you want to start a job, or if you want to get information, or just widen your network. Just don't be afraid of. Thank you. And thank you. Okay, thank you for your questions and for your attention. I hope it was useful for you. Goodbye. Thank you.